गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। So welcome all of you, and it's good that in this age of Kali, still some of you are interested to know about dharma, to know about how to practice dharma in order to become happy. Because in order to achieve happiness, there is no other path. I repeat, there is no other path than following the dharma which is established by the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, especially in Bhagavad Gita. So, dharma, what is dharma? Dharma means duty, prescribed duty. If we follow what has been told to us or what has been set aside for us, then we will attain the happiness which cannot be compared with the happiness of this world. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. Such happiness which will keep increasing. Keep increasing. And there is no limit to it. So even though we started with a bigger number, but we are not discouraged because the age of Kali. One devotee asked Srila Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, only few devotees, only few people are coming and becoming devotees. Not many are coming. What shall we do? Prabhupada said, this is not astonishing that many are not coming. Because this is age of Kali, this is age of Adharma. It is astonishing that some are coming still in this age of Kali to practice bhakti. That is something great. That is achievement. That is astonishing. So good to see that there are some of you who, in spite of mind giving troubles, are ready to practice bhakti. So let us start, because why I'm speaking about bhakti, this 9th chapter it's such an amazing. That Krishna is opening his heart. In Ramayana, we have seen Hanuman is opening his chest and showing Sita Ram. Here, Krishna is opening his heart and showing who is there inside and how can we please him. So let us get ready. Tighten your seat belt and be ready for this transcendental journey for next 1.5 hours. Yesterday we saw how the knowledge of Supreme and how to attain the Supreme. Now someone will say, what will I do after attaining the Supreme? You will practice bhakti. Here also you are practicing bhakti, there also you will practice bhakti. So let us see First is hearing about Krishna. Who is qualified, who is not qualified? You obviously, all of you are qualified. That's why you are here. Otherwise, you won't be here. But we have to increase that. We should not just um, restrict ourselves to this much of growth. No, we should go ahead and keep moving, keep moving, keep moving ahead till the time you actually meet Krishna face to face. Is it possible? 100%. There is no doubt about that. Krishna is telling, Krishna is waiting for us to meet us. So, Krishna speaks these beautiful verses in this chapter. Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Vacha idam tu te guyyatamam pravyakshami anusuyyave jnanam vijnanam sahitam yajñatva moksha seya shubhat. In the 7th chapter, in 2nd verse, Krishna says, I am telling you everything. But now we will see he'll keep opening on different layers. And he'll say, I'll tell you more, I'll tell you more, I'll tell you more. So here saying the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, because you are never envious, anusuyyave, never envious of me. Who can be envious of Krishna? Oh, there are unlimited people who are envious of Krishna. Because Krishna is all great, he's all powerful, he's all wealthy. So people will definitely become envious. They do not understand that if you just surrender to Krishna, that is better than becoming envious. So because Arjuna, you are not envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization. Not only knowledge, but realization. Not only jnanam, but vijnanam. Jnana, vijnana sahitam. Jnana and vijnan both. Knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. Yad jnatva, knowing this, moksha se ashubhat. You will get moksha. You will be relieved of ashubhat. Shubha is auspicious, ashubhat, inauspicious. So you will be out of this inauspiciousness if you just know this knowledge. Krishna will talk in the next verse more about this knowledge. Rajavedya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshvagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartamavyayam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of self by realization, it is perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. Susukham, not only sukham, it is susukham. Unlimited happiness and joy you will find when you practice, when you understand this knowledge and practice this in your life. So Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam, Krishna is telling. Now in these 2 verses, what is Krishna saying? That because you are not envious of me. So the qualification needed to understand Bhagavad Gita is we should not be envious of Krishna. So if we are chanting Krishna's name, if we are bowing our head in front of Krishna, we cannot be envious of Krishna. That means we have accepted him as supreme. Why should we be envious of him? And knowing this knowledge, it is only we who will get benefit. We will get benefit. And what's so great about this knowledge? Rajavidya Rajaguhyam. This is a secret. So I was distributing Bhagavad Gita in the train long back. I was traveling from Jodhpur back to Bombay. So I met one old person. So like maybe in late 60s. And he said, Prabhu, very respectful. He said, Prabhu, Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita that it is most secret of all the secrets, confidential knowledge. But you people in ISKCON are distributing it openly. So then where is the secrecy? How it has become secret? Tell me. So I said, Prabhu, Bhagavad Gita is an open secret. Open secret? What is this open secret? I said, I'll give you an example. You can go to market and purchase the books of medical. And you bring the book home and study them. Just by studying the medical books, can you become a doctor? He said, no. Why? The books are available. You know, everything is open. Just study them and become a doctor. He said, no. Because I have not practiced. I need practice. And for practice, I also need someone to teach me. So this is how it is. So when we are distributing Bhagavad Gita, it is open. It is like distributing free credit cards, debit cards, not credit card, debit cards. But you cannot use it. Why? Every debit card has a limit of 5 lakh rupees and we are distributing to everyone and anyone. But why you can't use it? Because you do not know the PIN number. That is with me. So, even though Bhagavad Gita verses are out, but still, Bhagavad Gita has multi-layers. So, it does not open automatically. When you come and take shelter of Guru, then it will start opening. That is the password. So, even though it is secret, it is open, it is secret. So, open secret. So, we are distributing books, people are reading books. Why they are reading? To understand what is Bhagavad Gita. But what we will find in Bhagavad Gita, that we understood Bhagavad Gita on a superficial level. If we want to understand at a deeper level and try to understand the applicability of Bhagavad Gita, then we need to approach Krishna. But we are not qualified to approach Krishna directly. Okay, then Krishna's representative in Parampara, we can approach them. So that is the purpose of distributing Bhagavad Gita and bringing people closer to Krishna. Now, 9th chapter has somewhat little similar concept what we studied in the 7th chapter. So here, I'll not much go in detail. Krishna's inconceivable relation with material world. Something which we saw in 7th chapter. So Krishna is saying, now Krishna speaks some complicated because it's sometimes difficult to understand. Krishna says, I have created everything, but I am not into it. So that is clear. Okay, Krishna has created material world, but Krishna is not part of material world. That is understood. But then Krishna says, everything is within me. And I am within everyone and everything. Everywhere, every dot, every particle, everywhere in the universe, Krishna is present. That is the meaning of omnipresent. So if Krishna is omnipresent, why is Krishna saying, I am not within the universe or within this material creation? So that is inconceivable. Krishna is there, but he is not there. One person asked in the West, in US, he asked Prabhupada, is Krishna everywhere? Is God present everywhere? Prabhupada said, yeah, that is the definition, omnipresent. Is God present in the filthy things like garbage, like stool? In the garbage? Prabhupada said, yes. Now for us, because we do not know this, how can Krishna be present? So you see the gutter flowing in the city, Krishna is present there also. We cannot digest. How can God be there in the gutter? If God is not there, then the definition itself, omnipresent, is wrong. Omnipresent, no, omnipresent, everywhere. So then how do I understand? Then Prabhupada said, Krishna is present everywhere, even in, you see the garbage and the filth. But Krishna doesn't get contaminated with that. Yeah. So suppose there's a small dot, Krishna is present, but Krishna is present with a spiritual atmosphere there. And the material thing cannot enter that spiritual. Krishna has a layer. So he's present everywhere, but he is not affected. That is his relation with the material world. If a king in today's time, let's say president. So our president, current president of India, he decides to go to Tihar jail to visit. Some of you might be from Delhi, you know Tihar jail. So he wants to visit and see how everything is going on. So everything is arranged. So when he visits, is he a inmate? Is he a prisoner? Because he is inside the prison. So is he also a prisoner? No. Even though president of the nation is within the prison, but he is not a prisoner. The prisoners there cannot say, oh, now president of India and we are at equal level. So does that mean you all should become presidents of India? Rotation basis? No. Does that mean, honorable president becomes a prisoner? No. But he's inside the prison, yes. So he is inside the prison. He can move around inside. He can come inside the prison. He can go outside the prison. He can move around within the prison at his will. Similarly, Krishna comes in spiritual, goes out, moves everywhere. He is everywhere. But the rules of material nature does not affect him. Please understand that. Krishna has created the rules, but he is not bounded by the rules. If he becomes bounded by the rules of this material world, then Krishna is not God. The God, the definition itself, God is supreme and supremely independent. He can do whatever he wants, whatever he likes. That's the meaning. Otherwise, what is the meaning of being God? So that is his relationship, inconceivable. It's not easy to understand or digest. God is that is why we should respect everything. That is why in our Indian culture, it is, if you kick something with your foot, then you touch that object. And if you're walking and you find there is something with, below your foot, then you see that the grain of rice. So you take that grain of rice, touch it and keep it aside. That is Anna. Krishna is present everywhere. So we should not destroy anything. We should not misutilize any resources of material world, because it's Krishna's resources. That is what the relationship. Okay. Now there are people, non-worshippers and worshippers. So who are non-worshippers and who are worshippers? We will see. Krishna says, avajananti mam mudha manushim tanum ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools, mudha, they deride me when I descend in human form. Avajananti mam mudha. These mudha avajananti, they do not know me. When I come as manusham tanum ashritam. When Krishna is saying I descend in human form, that does not mean he takes a human body. Humans are given body which looks similar to Krishna's body. He has come in his original form. But we say, some people say, oh, you are worshipping God who looks like human because you are a human being. The dogs will worship a God which will look like dog. The birds will worship God which will look like. Yes, Krishna appears, manifests. Krishna becomes boar. Krishna becomes fish. Krishna comes also in the form of vegetables. Krishna also comes in the form of plants and trees. Krishna comes in every form to attract every species. But that does not mean that Krishna does not have that form. It is the original form of Krishna. What we are seeing in the photo of Bhagavad Gita. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord. Mama Bhuta Maheshwara. I am the Supreme Lord. They think. Now Duryodhan thought Krishna is one of us. That is foolishness. That is what Krishna is talking about. Those kind of people who do not understand Krishna is supreme. Whatever belongs to Duryodhan, whatever is money is kept in Duryodhan's account, that also belongs to Krishna. Duryodhan also belongs to Krishna. Everything. Mama Bhuta Maheshwara. He is Maha Ishwara of everything. So Duryodhan told Krishna, that you are a Mayavi. Like Ravana was Mayavi. Who has this special power? Krishna is not Maya. Why Krishna wants to become Mayavi? Krishna is controller of Maya himself. Maya, Maya herself is controlled by Krishna. So Duryodhan thought he's a fool. So he thought that, Krishna is like us and we can defeat Krishna. So that is how foolish people, they deride the Supreme Lord. But devotees, I told you about the definition in the 7th chapter about Mahatma. This is another. Mahatma Nam Sumam Partha. There it was Sudurlabham. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabham. Very rare such Mahatma. Here is a definition of Mahatma. Mahatma Nam Sumam Partha. Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha. Bhajantyananya Manaso Gyatva Bhutadim Avyayam. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. So this is the definition of Mahatma. They know. Mahatma means they know who's Krishna and they take shelter of Krishna. Like Arjuna, like Pandavas, like many others, like Prabhupada. Many followers of Prabhupada and their followers. Anyone who takes shelter of Krishna, who understands Krishna is inexhaustible, Krishna is the supreme controller, and takes shelter of Krishna, he becomes a Mahatma. He or she. Nowadays, we have to be very specific. Otherwise, the Devi Shakti, the she department will come. Why only men can become Mahatma? No, women can also become Mahatma. Krishna will speak in this chapter itself, we will see. Striya Vaishya Satha Shudram Tepi Yanti Param Gatim. Even women. Bhakti does not differentiate. I told you, even a small baby can practice bhakti. Even a child within the womb of mother can practice bhakti. Even a dog can practice bhakti. A cat can practice by eating prasadam, by hearing kirtan. When we go on a street harinam, then so many dogs and cats and cows. Smaller towns still have some cows. Then the trees, the plants, the bacteria, the viruses, everyone gets purified by hearing the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's bhakti. So Mahatmas are those who take shelter of Krishna and they preach others to take shelter of Krishna. What do they do? Okay, I become a Mahatma. What do I do? This is, if Mahatma is not doing this, he's not a Mahatma. What is this? Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So these Mahatmas, they always chant Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. Now you hear this word again and again. Nityam, Satatam. You will hear this word again and again for a few chapters. Always engage in Krishna's service. Always. Yatantascha Dhradavrata. With great determination, he is singing my glories. Namasyantas. He bows down to me. Namaskar karta hai. Chamam bhaktya. Become my great devotee. Then let us see what Krishna says in these 3 verses. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also Rig, the Sama, and Yajurvedas. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. You see, some flow is something like 7th chapter. Krishna is repeating some of the points. O Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. So rain is also coming by Krishna. It's not Indra. Indra is just becoming an instrument. Heat is coming not from sun. It's coming from Krishna. Krishna has supplied the heat to sun. Sun has no heat of its own. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirits and matter are in me. So see, Krishna's, that's why that's why I requested you, please read. Uh, so then, you can connect with these. Krishna is all in all. He's everything. That's the meaning of God. He is the father, he is the mother, he is the guardian, he is the maintainer, he is the grandfather, he is the support, of the entire existence. He is support. His immortality is everything, basically. And devotees, they accept Krishna like that. It's not Krishna is just saying to please us or to show something, or Krishna is trying to show off. No, Krishna is not trying to show off. Krishna is telling truth. He does not need to show off. He is at that level. Nobody is equal to Krishna. Nobody is above Krishna. And then we move ahead. He says, comparing demigod worshippers and devotees. Now I spoke to you, we explained yesterday who are demigods. So they are managers of Krishna who assist him in managing this universe. Krishna does not need them. Krishna can manage on his own. We need Krishna. Krishna does not need us. We need Krishna. So what demigod worshipper? This is very precise. This verse talks about Yanti Deva Vrita Devan Pitre Nyanti Pitrapita Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja Yanti Madhyajino Apimam. Those who worship demigods will take birth among demigods. If you worship demigods, you go to demigods. But demigods are temporary, they will die. Their planets will get destroyed. So you will also be finished. Those who worship ancestor go to ancestor. So there's a planet, ancestral planet. Puloka. That also will get destroyed. Everyone residing there will get destroyed. And you also will eventually get destroyed. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. They also will get it. So all these three categories are temporary. So why do you want to take so much effort to worship them and to actually please Indra, Chandra, Surya, Ganesha, Brahma is very difficult. And to please Krishna is very easy. To practice bhakti and to please Krishna is very easy. But to please demigods is difficult. Why? Because these demigods will want you to follow all rules and regulations. But Krishna is a father. He's a mother. When a small baby, at what age they start speaking? 9 months, 10 months. I heard girls start speaking earlier than boys. Boys start speaking after 1 year and the girls start speaking around 10 months. So imagine a 10 months old girl. She is, some language, I don't know what Baba, Mama, Papa, she says. Who understands what she's saying, what she's trying to say? But it melts the heart of mother and father. There's no rule, no regulation. It melts the heart. So Krishna is our mother, Krishna is our father. So when we worship Krishna, we chant, we practice bhakti, which is very simple. Prabhupada said bhakti is simple, but not easy. Why it is not easy? Because mind is not allowing us to practice bhakti. So we have to kick the mind again and again. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the spiritual master of Prabhupada, he said, every morning you wake up, you beat your head with shoes 100 times. And in the evening, you beat yourself with broomstick, jhadu, 100 times. So does that mean you take the shoe and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? You will get blessings? No. Beating the mind. You don't have to beat the head. Beat the mind. What is beating the mind? Mind is telling you, don't chant. Now you got opportunity to beat him. I will chant. Mind will tell you, okay, let us watch a movie. And you say, No. So that is beating the mind. Mind will say, all your friends are going out for an outing. Why are you sitting and doing bhajan? Today is Saturday night. Come on. Let's have a party. Let's rock, man. Oh, Saturday night you are discussing Bhagavad Gita, foolish creature. The mind will tell you. Then you say no. So this is again beating the mind. I have done enough of parties. I have enough, I have listened to you enough. Now, bahut ho gaya. Get lost. But he is not going to get lost. Mind will not leave you so. He'll keep troubling you. And you keep beating him. You keep kicking the mind. Don't be merciful on the mind. Kick the mind. So all these emotions and desires, they are just coming from mind. Material desires. So it is easy to worship. It's very simple. To please Krishna. But to please demigods? Can a 10 months old child please demigods? No. They do not know mantra. They do not know how to perform yajna. They are not clean. They are dirty. But they can please Krishna. Sometimes you will see small kids, 1 year old, 1.5 year old. They come to temple and the parents will say, everyone, India has a culture. Jai bolo, Jai bolo. So then he'll see Krishna deities trying to understand who is he? Why is he? What is he holding like this? He's standing there. He's looking so beautiful. Different kind of clothes he's wearing. Huh? Even my mother does not wear such kind of beautiful clothes and very nice jewelry. And everywhere Krishna is wearing jewelry. Krishna wears very unique jewelry, between the nose. Nowadays, I see some boys and girls imitating Krishna. The ring between the nose. That is started by Krishna. Even Vishnu and Narayan doesn't wear it. It's Krishna who wears that very unique jewelry. And Krishna wears all the, baju band and kamar band and bracelets and earrings. Even women these days don't wear so much jewelry. Krishna likes. Krishna wears jewelry. So these babies, they come, and the parents will say, Jai karo, and they're like kind of. So that's bhakti. Why? Krishna says, Namastantyas, namaskar karo mujhe. Huh? So these babies are doing namaskar. Can they please Krishna? Can they please Indra? No. They do not know how to recite mantras. They do not know yajna. They do not know anything. They do not have money to perform yajna. And then I have seen in the temple, all thanks to Indian culture, Vedic culture still prevalent. So then mother and father will bow down, pranam karenge Krishna ko. So then they will say, child, and child sometime, 2, 3 years old child, he will also sleep because he sees father is bowing down. So he'll sleep and then he'll keep seeing father is still sleeping. He thinks father is sleeping, but father is doing pranam and he is also doing pranam. Like when you take medicine, you do not know what is the chemical composition of the medicine, but that medicine is beneficial. So whether child knows what is bhakti or does not know, he still gets the benefit. Rather, he gets more benefit because he does not ask Krishna anything. Give me money, give me marks, send me to a good school. He does not ask anything like we ask. So he is so pure and he practices. So he becomes bhakta. So to please Krishna is so easy. That's why I said this is Krishna is telling how to please me. It's so easy. And then we'll go to the next verse. Amazing verse. And another thing, when you worship Krishna, you please Krishna, you go to Krishna Loka, which is eternal, which is not temporary, that is not going to be destroyed. And you are going to stay there for always. And you see how Krishna's boyfriends, how these boys are so happy enjoying it every day. They don't have to go to school. They don't have to go to tuition. They don't have to learn mathematics and geography and, whatsoever. They just play, enjoy with Krishna. If you want such a life, practice bhakti. But if you want to go to job, business, If you want to go to school every life, go to college and get frustrated, bhutva bhutva praliyate, every time you try to make something, it gets destroyed, then you be here. But if you want to go to this place and be with Krishna, eternally happy, then you worship Krishna. How to please Krishna? It's very, very simple. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti uparhitam ashnami prayadatmanah. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, patram, one leaf, pushpam, he is not saying patrau, two leaves, pushpau, two flowers, no, one, pushpam, phalam and toyam. One leaf or one fruit or one flower or some water. If he offers me with love and devotion, I will accept. Tell me, what is difficulty in practicing Krishna consciousness? How many of you are so poor that you cannot offer one flower to Krishna? How many of you are so poor that you cannot offer one glass of water to Krishna? Or one fruit? Or one leaf, especially tulsi leaves? You just have the plant of tulsi in your house. You just pluck one tulsi and every day offer at the feet of Krishna. Offer him a glass of water. Keep photo of Krishna. Offer him a glass of water. Put tulsi in that. Offer one fruit or one flower. Tell me how much difficult it is. Krishna says, you offer me with love and devotion, I'll accept it. This is what I was telling you. This is what the most amazing thing about this chapter. Krishna is telling such finest detail. Go and ask Indra. Go and ask Brahma. Go and ask Chandra, Surya. I'll give you just one fruit. You come for 9 days, Ganpati, and I'll just give one fruit. Will you be happy? They will have to go with rules and regulation. They will see, okay, this human being has given me this much. Oh, I'll also give. You give one fruit, I'll give one fruit. But you give, you know the story, no? This fruit seller. This old lady comes, fruit seller. She's not able to sell fruits anywhere. I mean, 5,000 years back, who will purchase the fruits? Everyone has so much of land, so many trees, so many different varieties of fruits. Why will they purchase fruits? So nobody will purchasing. And she's a poor lady. She needs something to eat. So someone told, go to Nand Baba's house. And Nand Maharaj is very benevolent. He is very magnanimous. He will purchase. But Nand Maharaj is not at home. But Nand Maharaj is representative. His son, Krishna, is there. A small baby Krishna comes walking with some. He has seen that any person comes to give something, Nand Baba brings his credit card and swipe. No, that time there was no credit card and swipe machines. There was a barter system. So Nand Baba will give some rice or something and will take something. So Krishna also went to kitchen. He saw the stock of rice. He put both his hands, because when Krishna wants to give to his devotee, he uses both the hands. Rather, he uses all his hands, unlimited hands Krishna has. How much he gave to Sudama, and many other examples. So Krishna is coming with, walking, and he cannot walk straight. He's a small child, he cannot walk straight. So, and he does not know how to hold, how to, fold his hand and, keep rice intact. The grains of rice are just flowing everywhere. And then he opens his hand and he sees there are only 3-4 grains. But this fruit seller, this lady is like, I mean, I don't want to get into details. 1 hour, 1 hour it will take to explain all the details, but she was so amazed to see the beauty of Krishna. And she gives fruit. She gives one fruit. Then she gives another fruit. She gives third fruit. She's looking at Krishna's face and keep giving, keep giving, keep giving. How many two little hands can hold? So Krishna is holding like this, whatever he can hold. Whatever he can hold, she's just looking at his face and giving. She wants to give. That is Krishna. Everyone wants to just give. Krishna is like that. And Krishna wants to give to his devotees. But the few grains which came into her basket, her entire basket was filled with jewels. When she tried to lift the jewels, it was so heavy. My basket was supposed to be lightweight. Why it became heavy? Then she saw all jewels, but she was not interested. Once you see Krishna, you lose interest in everything. You only want Krishna then. So then now she has to go home. She said, how will I carry all these jewels? So she take all the basket and throw all the jewels in Yamuna. And she goes empty-handed. She's so happy, so happy. And she goes home, her entire home is filled with jewels. She's not interested. She's telling all the villagers, take whatever you want. That is how Krishna reciprocates. Just a little bit, but you should have love and heart. So till the time we do not have love in our heart, devotion in our heart, then we should follow sadhana bhakti. That means rules and regulation. So every day, whatever you eat, before eating, offer it to Krishna. Every day you offer pranams to Krishna. You offer a glass of water. You offer tulsi to Krishna. Even though you do not have love, even though you do not have devotion for Krishna, still do it because you will get benefited. You don't like to eat medicine, but medicine gives benefit. So you, even if your mind is saying no, you practice bhakti. That is practitioner stage. We are all practitioners, sadhakas. We are not siddhas. We are not perfectionists. We are practitioners. Then, now this is for pure devotees. But I said for sadhakas it is different. Now for others, Krishna is talking in next verse. Yat karoshi yad ashnashi yad juhoshi dadashi yat tapasya kante tat kurushva madarpana. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, this is for all of us. Because still we have not developed that love for Krishna. So then rules and regulation. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, or whatever you give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. So whatever you do, connect with Krishna. And how to connect? Learn from Guru. Chant Hare Krishna mantra, read Bhagavad Gita, and then you will learn. And if you need more details, then approach a bona fide spiritual master. Guru will tell you. So this is for all of us. Now, what happens when you worship Krishna directly and not worship the demigods? Because when you are worshipping demigods, you're also going directly to Krishna. Indirectly to Krishna. Avidhi purvakam. But when you worship directly to Krishna, what happens? I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me with devotion as a friend is in me. And I am also a friend to him. So Krishna says, I am equal to everyone. But if you perform bhakti, if you worship me, if you connect with me, I'll connect with you. I'm not restricting myself. Anyone, even Ravana comes and connects. Lord Ram told Ravana, now also your entire army is killed, your brothers are killed, your sons are killed, everything is killed, only you are remaining. Still, I'm telling you, Ravana, you give my wife back and I will pardon you. Ravana was foolish. He didn't care and he got destroyed. Krishna is ready to connect with every one of us. But we are not ready. Now, next verse, very important. Let us read, then we'll discuss. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his devotion. What happens? All of us are sadhakas, practitioners, and we are, learning and practicing. Like when you start, when you learn the bike or a car, so you're driving, but it's not perfect. So there may be chances of accidents. You don't intentionally go and hit any other car or the pole, electricity pole, or you don't hit the divider. But sometimes there might be accidents. So if someone is practicing bhakti and something happens and he is not able to follow certain things, it's okay. If he continues bhakti, does not gives up bhakti, then Krishna says, no problem. Sadhureva samantavya. I consider him my devotee only. A child, when he starts walking, child falls. Again he gets up. Again he falls. Again he gets up. 1,000 times he falls, 1,000 times he gets up. He can learn walking. So Krishna says that my devotee who is determined, practicing bhakti, but by some unfortunate thing happens and he meets accident, he does something which is abominable, still I consider him a devotee. Why? The most important thing is because he is still practicing devotee. Sometimes people say, Prabhu, yesterday some mistake happened. How can I practice bhakti? No, you still practice bhakti. Why? Bhakti will purify. And Krishna here, he speaks wonderful thing. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Even if something wrong happens, even if you are not able to practice properly, you still continue because you will very soon, Shipram, very soon, quickly, bhavati dharmatma, become a dharmatma, you will become dharmatma very soon. Shashwat shantim nikachati, and you will attain the lasting peace. Kauntya prati jani, oh son of Kunti, declare it boldly, name bhaktya pranashrati, my devotee never perishes. He will always become victorious, he will be the winner. Nobody can defeat him. Then in the next verse, he says, there's a lot to discuss about these verses. Time is a constant. Read it. So many beautiful purports Prabhupada has written. And I told you yesterday that there's a series of lectures based on Bhagavad Gita in Hindi. A series of Bhagavad Gita. There are 33 lectures. Every lecture is almost like 1 hour 15 minutes, so almost 50 hours of Bhagavad Gita, more detailed explanation. So we'll share the link with all of you. All 18 chapters covered, more detail. So that is in Hindi also. Most of you are more comfortable with Hindi. There's a problem in India. If you speak English, then some people say please speak Hindi. If you speak Hindi, then some people say, oh, I connect more with English. We do not know both the languages properly. So there's confusion. So we'll share the link with all of you. You can see. Now here, Krishna is telling, O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, Mami Partha Pyapashutya, even if they are of lower births, Papa Yoni, even if they are lower births, who are considered lower births, women, Vaishyas and Shudras can attain the supreme destination. So even if a woman, even if a Vaishya or a Shudra who are considered lower, they will attain perfection, they will attain supreme destination if they practice bhakti. Now please don't ask me why women are separated here. The Vaishyas are also there, Shudras also there. There's a science behind it. All of you women who are attending this lecture, please remember you are not women. All of you men who are attending lecture, Please remember, you're not men. Both of you are just souls. These are different bodies. So Krishna is saying one who has a woman body, one who has a Vaishya body or a Shudra body, even if they practice, they'll go and attain the supreme destination. How much more this is so of the righteous Brahmanas and devotees and saintly kings. Now, if women and Shudras and Vaishyas are delivered, they attain the my kingdom, then what to talk about Brahmanas? What to talk about devotees? And what to talk about the Kshatriyas who are higher? Therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service unto me. Somehow you have come to this world. Somehow we all of have. We have come to this world. We have fallen to this world. So we should engage in loving devotional service to Krishna and go back to that eternal place. How can we do that? And this verse is exactly in the middle of Bhagavad Gita. 9 chapters this side, 9 chapters this side. And this text is in the middle. How can we practice bhakti? Krishna is saying, Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mameveshyasi yuktetvam atmana matparayanaha. Engage your mind always. Man mana, engage your mind in me. Bhava mad bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. Mam namaskuru, offer obeisances to me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Such simple is the process. This verse will be again repeated in the 18th chapter. The above 2 lines will be repeated. And the most confidential knowledge. That's why this chapter itself is called the most confidential knowledge. This chapter is named as the most confidential knowledge. Now, after knowing about this confidential knowledge, Krishna is telling something more. Let us see, hear more. Krishna is the origin of everything. So what Krishna is talking here? Aham sarvasya. Okay. So that is 10.8. So here when say Krishna says, I am the origin of everyone. Aham adir hi devanam, Krishna says. It's very, very clear. In 10th chapter, text number 2. Krishna says, Aham adir hi devanam. All these devatas, demigods, I am their origin. So that means Krishna is supreme. Be it Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Surya, Ganesh, Durga, Parvati, anyone and everyone, Krishna is the origin of everything and everyone. It's very clear with this. So then now Krishna is speaking 4 verses, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10 and 10.11. And these 4 verses are known as Chatur Shloki Gita. In these 4 verses, Krishna has spoken the essence of entire Bhagavad Gita. This is known as Chatur Shloki Gita. Similarly, there is Chatur Shloki Bhagavatam, where Lord is speaking 4 verses to Brahma. Here Arjuna is getting to know these 4 verses of Krishna, which are essence. This is Bhagavad Gita in a nutshell, 4 verses. Let us see that. Krishna says, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. There, the wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So if everything is emanating from Krishna and Krishna's origin of spiritual and material world, why should I not worship Krishna? He is my origin, he is my source. Only a foolish person after hearing this will not worship Krishna. That's why Krishna says, the wise who perfectly know this. That means who does not know, they're foolish. Opposite of knowledge is ignorance. Opposite of wise is fool. And that's why they don't engage in devotional service. So anyone who does not engage in devotional service is the opposite of wise. You know better. Then next Krishna says, I am the origin, he said. Then next he says, the thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So now Krishna is telling in first shloka of Chatur Shloki Gita, Krishna is talking about himself. Now he's talking about devotees. Mat chitta mat gata prana bodhayanta. How my devotees are. My devotees, they are always engaged in my service. And when two of my devotees meet, bodhayanta parasparam, they both talk to each other. What they talk? Kathayam taschamam nityam. They talk about me. What happens to them when they talk about me? Tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. Tushyanti means satisfaction. They arrive satisfaction. They achieve satisfaction. And ramanti means they attain bliss. So they derive great satisfaction and bliss by discussing about me. So in the first shloka, Krishna is talking, who am I? In the second shloka, Krishna is giving definition about his own devotees. Now third and fourth. Very important. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. One who is engaged always, constantly, satata. I told you this word will come again and again. Satata yuktanam. Those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love. Priti purvakam. With love. So we do not have developed love yet. But when we practice Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting, reading Bhagavad Gita, hearing, serving Krishna, love will automatically come. What happens in arranged marriage? Now, nowadays it's a different concept. Now, if you, I don't know if there is any girl or boy, father will tell the boy, my dear son, I've arranged your marriage. After 25 days is your marriage. Come directly. How many boys will agree? Who is the girl? I want to see the picture. No. I want to meet the girl. No. Nothing. And the girl is also being treated like that. That was Vedic culture. That was arranged marriage. So now, when arranged marriage happens, I mean, not now, maybe some of you would have seen, or maybe your parents, you can ask them. It has happened. We have heard from our, seniors. It has happened that husband and wife are seeing each other first time on the marriage day. And that the wife is covered with the veil. Ghungat rehta hai. Maybe while, filling the vermilion, like मांग भरते हैं सिंदूर से. Maybe that time the husband is seeing, oh, she's my wife. Let me see. But then so many people, guests are looking at him. Then he cannot also, obviously he'll feel shy. No? Everyone is looking at him and he cannot just look at his wife. So that was a culture. So husband, wife, they actually see each other after marriage. Now there is no love in husband's heart for wife. There is no love in wife's heart for husband. But wife is serving, husband is taking care. They both be together and support each other. And gradually they develop love. In Bombay, near our temple, there's an area called Vileparle. So I know a family there. Husband is 105 years old and wife is 101 years old. Such pious people. They're both healthy. They don't take medicines. They're both healthy. Husband is 105 years old and wife is 101 years old. They celebrated big time few years back when they both turned 100. The marriage also very soon will be 100 years. And they both are healthy. Gujarati family. How they are together? I'm sure that that was not the case of love marriage. Rather, love marriage in these days we see end up in divorce. Because they know so much about each other without having actual love that they don't want to stay with each other. In 2 years, 3 years, finish. No. Husband has no love for wife, wife has no love for husband. Arranged marriage, both serve each other and develop love. Here, we all are wives. Living entity means wife. Who's the husband? Krishna. So Krishna has love for us. Krishna knows us. We have forgotten. So how can we develop that love for Krishna? By service. A wife loves husband and develops love for husband by serving. Similarly, we should serve our eternal husband, Krishna, by serving. So right now, we may not have love, but keep serving and you will develop love. What will happen after that? Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mapupayanti te. When you develop that love and serve Krishna, Krishna will give you the knowledge to go back to him. So in this verse, the first line you have to do and second line will be taken care by Krishna. And when you do that, the next verse, everything is done by Krishna. You don't have to do. Krishna is saying, Tesham evanukampartham aham agyanajam tamaha nashyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhaswatah. To show them means devotees, to show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. We don't purify ourselves. We cannot purify. We are not qualified. We don't have capacity to purify our heart. But when we lovingly serve Krishna, Krishna is seated as Paramatma inside and he will cleanse. Tesham eva anukampartham. Because he is merciful. Anukampa. Because of his kindness, he cleanses. The soul, we are staying in the region of heart. So now everything is dark, all the street lights are broken, all the roads are not in proper shape. When we start bhakti, Krishna will bring the contractors through his own energy and build nice roads, very nice smooth roads, and both sides you will see a lot of flowers and then trees laden with fruit and covering beautiful shade. And then Krishna will say, oh, road is there, beautiful environment is there, but still there is no light. Then Krishna will put a good, street lights, and then heart will become very pure and clean. And then soul, along with super soul, Atma and Paramatma, both, holding hand, like you would have seen in childhood. You go to school, now you hold their hand, especially girls, they do la 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 la. They go to school. So similarly, Krishna will do with you. See, you will have so much fun and enjoyment. That is where we want to go. What is there in this world? And you can always eternally be like that with Krishna. There's so much. There's one more series of, if you want to know more about Krishna, the Bal Leela especially. There's a series of lecture which we gave last year in lockdown. No, last year. A lockdown, this was the only way to preach. So there's Krishna Leela. There are 10 episodes, 10 lectures. You should hear about Krishna's pastime. The more you hear about Krishna, the more you will develop a desire to love him. He's such an amazing, he's the only lovable person. Rukmani ji, Narad Muni used to come to the palace of Bhishmaka, Rukmani's father, and he would narrate the pastimes of Krishna. And Rukmani just heard it about Krishna. And she said, I want to marry Krishna. And she wrote a letter to Krishna. The first love letter written by Rukmani. It's the same love Krishna will do with us. So someone is asking, how can we get that Krishna Lila lectures? So I would request Adokshaja Krishna Prabhu to share Bhagavad Gita in Hindi and Krishna Lila also. And then you hear more and more and more about Krishna. And we request you to read Krishna book. After you read Bhagavad Gita, then you move on to Krishna book. Okay, so this is 4 verses, and after hearing all these 4 verses, how Arjuna reacts. Arjuna accepts who is Krishna, and then Arjuna has a request also. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Param Bhavan Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashwatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum Ahuswam Rishaya Sarve Devarshi Naradas Tatha Asito Devalo Vyasaha Swayam Cheva Bravishi Me. Very beautiful. Krishna is being addressed with different adjectives. So Paramam, Brahma. Brahma means spiritual. So you are topmost spiritual personality. Then Param Dhama, the ultimate abode. Two, just count. Third, Pavitram, you are the purest. Then Paramam, you are the supreme. Four, Purusham, you are the only Purusha. We are all Prakriti. We are not Purusha. I am not man. Krishna is the only man. I am Prakriti. All of us are Prakriti, and Prakriti is feminine. And only Purusha in the entire creation is Krishna. Purusha. Shashwatam. You are eternal. Divyam. You are transcendental. Adi Devam. You are the oldest, of all. Ajam. You are unborn. And Vibhum. We are Anu, and Krishna is Vibhu. You are Vibhu. You are the greatest. Now someone will say, oh, Arjuna is a friend of Krishna, so he is very nicely, flattering Krishna. Maska laga rahe. So Arjuna says, no, I'm not flattering. Earlier also, all the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa confirmed this truth about you. And now, Swayam Cheva Pravishime, now you yourself are telling this. So that is truth, Krishna. I have heard about you and now you confirmed it. Then Arjuna requests, then my dear Lord, I want to know more about you. I am convinced that you are Supreme Lord. Please show me your opulences. And tomorrow, in the 11th chapter, Arjuna will tell Krishna, please show me the universal form, Virat Rupa. So now we'll not go much in detail with these. You read these verses, chapter 10, verse number 19 to 42. He speaks about 72 opulences. In this picture, you see the most beautiful Sri Sri Radha Rasa Bihari, along with Lalita and Vishakha. Towards the side of Radharani is Vishakha Sakhi, towards the side of Krishna is Lalita Sakhi. And they are Radha Rasa Bihari. The prana, the life and soul of Prabhupada. This is the temple. They are the boss, and we are staying and trying to serve them. So this is the deities in ISKCON Juhu, the most beautiful. So when people come, they see and they get attracted. Anyone who asks me who's the preacher, who preaches, we all are assistant. Krishna himself is preaching. So look at him, so beautiful. People get just amazed to see the beauty of Krishna. How he is decorated. That is how Krishna decorates himself. So then Krishna starts speaking opulences, 72 opulences speaks. I am Arjuna amongst the Pandava. I am Ganges among the rivers. I am Himalayas amongst the non-movable entities. I am ocean amongst the bodies of water. I am Garuda among the birds. I am Rama among the person who punishes others. So Krishna speaks all this. But then Krishna says to Arjuna, know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Mama tejo amsha sambhavam. Krishna is telling Arjuna, whatever I am telling you, there is nothing. There's just from a spark of my splendor. Imagine how Krishna is so beautiful. This creation is only a spark of beauty of Krishna. How much beautiful Krishna would be. Then he says, but what need is there? Why you are asking all this? There is no need of all this detailed knowledge. With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Even if you know everything about this universe, this is nothing. This is only a fragment. This is only a fragment of me. Why don't you directly know me? I'm telling you. This is just to, connect for people like material people. It's just a glimpse. Arjuna does not want to see all this. Arjuna is not interested, but he's telling Krishna, he's requesting Krishna so that Krishna can inform us more. And we, who are not very much devoted to Krishna, who has not developed love for Krishna, we will know the greatness of Krishna. And by serving Krishna, we will know the sweetness of Krishna. So from greatness, we have to move to sweetness. So that is about the opulences of Krishna spoken in 10th chapter. So today we saw 9th chapter, the most confidential knowledge. Krishna speaking about himself. Krishna speaking about the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And then foolish people who do not know. And there are non-worshippers who do not worship Krishna. There are worshippers who worship Krishna. The devotees, the Mahatmas, Mahatmanam Sumam Partha Devim Prakriti Mashrita. And then Krishna says, become a devotee. How to become a devotee is very simple, just serve. And then Krishna says, if you become a devotee, if something happens, some problem happens, no problem. You still continue devotion. I'll take care of everything. And everyone, whether a devotee, whether a Brahmana, whether a Kshatriya, whether a Vaishya, whether a Shudra, whether a man or whether a woman, anyone who practices bhakti will be delivered and they'll come to me. They'll attain my abode. How to serve you, Krishna? Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namasko. Then Krishna says in 10th chapter, aham adir hi devanam. I am the origin of all the demigods. Don't go to demigods. They're my parts. And then Krishna talks this Chatur Shloki Gita. In the first slok, he talks about himself. In the second slok, he talks about devotees. And in the 3rd chapter, he talks about us. That if we worship Krishna, he will purify, he will cleanse off all the unwanted things. And then Arjuna accepts, he understands who is Krishna. He accepts the authority of Krishna, his Supreme Lord. And then Arjuna is requesting, please talk about your opulences more. And then Krishna is talking about opulence. Then he says, what is the use of it? It's just one fragment of mine. So just understand. Nobody can understand Krishna fully, but whatever we can understand, we should surrender and practice. And gradually we will develop love and Krishna will reveal everything. Like in arranged marriage, wife does not know much about husband. What job he does, maybe somewhat little job. Wife will not know how many credit cards husband is having, how many debit cards, what is the password. But gradually she starts serving and she becomes so dear, and husband will say, oh, my dear wife, take my salary, take this credit card, take this debit card. I don't know whether it is still happening in these days, but if you serve someone, he'll give you everything. So if you love Krishna, then Krishna will give you everything. If an ordinary husband can give to wife everything, what happens? When wife is coming to the house, she does not know much about it. But after a few months, all the tijori ka chabi is with the wife. And husband has to ask pocket money. And exactly happens. You do not know anything about Krishna, but you start serving him, and Krishna will become completely sold out to you. And Krishna says, Aham Bhakta Paradhina. Oh, my devotees, they control me. Like a wife controls a husband with love and service. Only love and service, not by showing eyes. Similarly, by love and service, we can control Krishna. And Krishna will be controlled by us. And then he'll give us everything. And then we don't want anything. We just want Krishna. And Krishna wants us. And then both of us, like playing hand in hand, holding, going near the Yamuna and enjoy life with Krishna. And so many other devotees. Then you will realize, oh, this devotee, he's from Andheri, Mumbai. Oh, this devotee is from Pitampura, Delhi. Oh, this devotee is from Kanpur. Oh, this devotee is from Calcutta. Oh, I know. So everyone will come together in the spiritual world. And every day party. We don't have to wait for weekend, Saturday party, Sunday party. Every day and night is party there for Krishna. Hare Krishna. So now we'll chant Hare Krishna mantra. You know how to chant, what to chant, how to chant. So we'll chant for a few minutes and then take question answers. Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone can chant their own pace, own speed, but here, that is more important. So I am muting myself. All of you, please chant. Okay. Hare Krishna. So let us take some questions.
हरे कृष्ण।
Yes, Prabhu.
प्रभु जी, मैं मथुरा वृंदावन से, और जैसा कि आपने डेमी गॉड के बारे में बताया, कल कल भी बताया, आज भी बताया, तो वी वर्शिप राधा कृष्ण, एज यू नो, इन ब्रज क्षेत्र वी ऑल आर वर्शिप राधा कृष्ण। तो मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि राधा जी भी क्या डेमी गॉड हैं? और दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि कौन सा एडिशन इनिशियल स्टेज में हमें श्रीमद् भगवत गीता का पढ़ना चाहिए? अभी मेरे पास में श्री राम सुख दास जी का एडिशन है मेरे पास में, जो मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, तो उस वो थोड़ा लेंदी पड़ता है, तो कौन सा
ओके,
एडिशन हमको?
समझ आपका आपका प्रश्न समझ गए शर्मा जी।
जी
तो राधा रानी डेमीगॉड नहीं है, क्योंकि राधा रानी इस संसार की नहीं है, वो तो कृष्ण की संगिनी है। कृष्ण के ही दिव्य शरीर से राधा रानी का उत्पत्ति हुआ है। तो राधा और कृष्ण में कोई भेद नहीं है। जो कृष्ण है वही राधा है, जो राधा है वही कृष्ण है। दोनों भगवान है, एक सेव्य भगवान है, एक सेवक भगवान है। श्रीमती राधा रानी सेवक भगवान है और कृष्ण सेव्य भगवान है। और श्रीमती राधा रानी हम सबकी माँ है और हमको कृष्ण की सेवा में वो प्रेरित करती है और कृष्ण की सेवा में लगाती है। तो कृष्ण की हलादनी शक्ति है राधा रानी कृष्ण की शक्ति है, दिव्य शक्ति। और कौन सा गीता पढ़ना चाहिए प्रभु जी? इस्कॉन का भगवत गीता। बाकी सारे भगवत गीता परंपरा में नहीं है कोई भी, चाहे शुरू में चाहे बाद में, चाहे आप शुद्ध भक्त बन जाए, इस्कॉन का भगवत गीता पढ़ना है। आप लोग को किसी को भी भगवत गीता चाहिए, आप एडमिन को अपना एड्रेस और नाम भेज दीजिए, लैंग्वेज भेज दीजिए, आपको गीता हम भिजवा देंगे। लेकिन इस्कॉन का भगवत गीता पढ़िए, क्योंकि बाकी सारे भगवत गीता जो है अप्रामाणिक हैं, प्रामाणिक नहीं है। इसलिए समझने में भी तकलीफ होगा और कुछ रीजन भी नहीं, कुछ मिलेगा भी नहीं आपको अंत में रिजल्ट। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
यस यश प्रभु, टेल मी।
प्रभु जी, मेरा ये सवाल है प्रभु जी, हम आपने यस्टरडे चैंटिंग के बारे में बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया था प्रभु जी। तो मेरा ये सवाल है प्रभु जी, हम जैसे मतलब फुली कंसंट्रेशन से हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र का चैंटिंग करते हैं, तो कभी कभार नींद आ जाती है और उसका वजह से हमारा कंसंट्रेशन टूट जाता है। तो वो नींद को कैसे अवॉइड किया जाए? हरे कृष्णा।
See, Prabhu, you are a beginner, so we need practice. I told you, we are like babies trying to walk. So sometime we were able to walk, sometime we'll fall down. Again, get up. So if you're feeling sleepy, you felt, again you wake up. है ना? Right now at this stage, mind is inducing this sleep. You don't need sleep. Body does not need sleep. Mind is inducing the sleep. So we are having a tough fight with mind. So sometime the mind wins, sometime we will win. So don't worry about it. Keep chanting, keep practicing. Eventually, you will come to a stage where you will not sleep while chanting. Okay. Next question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I'm a working woman and I cook once a day. और अगर हमें भोग लगाना है तो दिन में कितने टाइम लगाना चाहिए? And since I cook once a day, sorry, not once a
So you offer
once a day, तो मैं किस तरीके से भोग लगाऊं?
You offer only once, because you cannot offer twice if once it is cooked, because you cannot offer jutha to Krishna. So if you are cooking once, you should offer it to Krishna once. Okay. Next.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी, एक चीज मुझे ये समझना है कि भगवान ने अपना ही फॉर्म बना के तीन उन्होंने अपना फॉर्म बनाया, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश।
ठीक है, बोलिए। ये गलत है जो आप बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन बोलिए आगे।
मुझे ये जानना था कि विष्णु भगवान ही अवतार, विष्णु भगवान ने अवतार लिया कृष्ण भगवान का, या डायरेक्ट कृष्ण भगवान ने अवतार लिया? क्योंकि टीवी
ठीक है,
में जो
आपका
हमने देखा।
आपका आपका प्रश्न समझ गया रंजय प्रभु, हम आंसर देते
जी
हैं। कौन किसका अवतार है? तो पहले तो कृष्ण ने अपने आप को ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश में नहीं बनाया। हाँ, वो गुण अवतार हैं भगवान के, है ना, लेकिन वो ब्रह्मा जी आध्यात्मिक नहीं, मैंने ब्रह्मा जी जो है वो एक जीव है, और शिव जी शिव तत्व कल समझाया था, विष्णु विष्णु तत्व है। तो ऐसा नहीं है ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश, ऐसा है ब्रह्मा महेश और विष्णु, ऐसा हायरार्की है। वो तीनों बैठते हैं अलग बात है ना, भगवान उनको साथ में बैठाते हैं, लेकिन दे नो, उनको पता है कि हम कौन है। कृष्ण के अवतार विष्णु है कि विष्णु के अवतार कृष्ण है? चलिए आज थोड़ा क्लियर कर देते हैं। देखिए, अगर विष्णु के अवतार कृष्ण होते तो बहुत सारी लीलाओं में हमें ऐसे देखने नहीं मिलता। जब ब्रह्मा जी ने कृष्ण के बछड़ों को चुरा लिया और ग्वाल बालों को चुरा लिया, तो कृष्ण देखे ब्रह्मा चुरा के चला गया है, नो प्रॉब्लम। तो कृष्ण ने अपने शरीर से बहुत सारे बछड़ों को, सेम बछड़ों को, सेम बच्चों को, सबको सेम बना दिया, सेम आवाज, सेम एवरीथिंग, सब रैम रोम सब सेम कर दिया, मतलब उनका मेमोरी मेमोरी सब सेम। फिर जब 1 साल बाद ब्रह्मा जी देखने आए ये क्या है, तो सारे बछड़े और सारे बच्चे सब विष्णु बन गए, और फिर सारे विष्णु कृष्ण में चले गए। मतलब कृष्ण से बहुत सारे विष्णु निकले और सारे विष्णु कृष्ण में चले गए। ठीक है। दूसरा, अर्जुन एक ब्राह्मण के बच्चों को बचा नहीं पाया, एक बच्चे की मृत्यु हो गई, दूसरे बच्चे की ब्राह्मण ने श्राप दिया। अर्जुन बोले तुम मूर्ख है, हाँ तुम कैसा राजा है, मेरे को वचन दिया कि तुम्हारे पुत्र को कुछ नहीं दूंगा, बच्चा मर गया। अर्जुन बाहर खड़ा था, मर कैसे गया बच्चा? तो अर्जुन ने फिर वचन लिया कि मैं अपने आप को मार डालूंगा, सुसाइड कर लूंगा। मैं बचा नहीं पाया, क्षत्रिय का धर्म नहीं कर पाया। कृष्ण बोलते हैं ठीक है, तुम शाम को सुसाइड करना, पहले चलो मैं तुमको थोड़ा ले चलता हूँ कहीं पे। तो कृष्ण लेके जाते हैं अर्जुन को वैकुंठ लोक में, नारायण के पास, भगवान नारायण के पास। तो अर्जुन देखता है कि ब्राह्मण के बच्चे यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं। तो अर्जुन ने प्रणाम किया। अर्जुन बोले प्रभु, नारायण को बोलते हैं कि आपने क्यों चुराया? बोले अर्जुन देखो, मुझे मेरे प्रभु कृष्ण का दर्शन लेना था, है ना, तो इसीलिए मैंने लीला कि मुझे पता था भगवान आएंगे। और फिर नारायण जो है वो कृष्ण को प्रणाम करते हैं, ये लीला सबको पता है। फिर ब्रह्मा जी में 50 गुण होते हैं, हम सब में भी 50 है लेकिन थोड़ा थोड़ा है। ब्रह्मा जी में 50 गुण है, शिव जी में 55 गुण है, और विष्णु, नारायण, राम इत्यादि, नरसिंह देव, वामन देव, वराह देव, ये सब विष्णु जो है इनमें 60 गुण है, और सिर्फ कृष्ण में 64 गुण है। 4 गुण कृष्ण में एक्स्ट्रा है। वो क्या है? रूप माधुरी, कृष्ण जैसी सुंदरता। भगवान नारायण भी कृष्ण की सुंदरता से आसक्त हो जाते हैं, ऐसा रूप है अद्भुत कृष्ण का। फिर वेणु माधुरी, भगवान जब बांसुरी बजाते हैं, इस संसार में सबसे बड़ा अस्त्र है ब्रह्मास्त्र, लेकिन ब्रह्मास्त्र से ऊपर है ब्रह्मशीर्ष, और ब्रह्मशीर्ष से ऊपर है पशुपात, क्योंकि वो शिव जी का है। पशुपात से ऊपर है भगवान का जो अस्त्र है वो सुदर्शन, लेकिन सुदर्शन से भी जो ऊपर है, जो पूरे ब्रह्मांड को, पूरी सृष्टि को हिला देता, अद्भुत कर देता है, वो है भगवान की वेणु, भगवान की बांसुरी। जब भगवान बांसुरी बजाते हैं ना, तो पर्वत नाचने लग जाते हैं, यमुना बहना रुक जाती है, हवा रुक जाती है, गाय बछड़े सब देखने लगते हैं, और पेड़ नाचने लगते हैं, पूरा सृष्टि हिल जाती है। तो वेणु माधुरी, रूप माधुरी। फिर लीला माधुरी, कृष्ण की ऐसी ऐसी लीलाएं हैं जो कभी नहीं देखोगे आप विष्णु के साथ, नारायण के साथ। उसके बारे में बात, कभी आपने भगवान राम का बाल लीला सुना है? कभी विष्णु का बाल लीला सुना है? बाल लीला सिर्फ कृष्ण का होता है और किसी का नहीं। तो ये एक्स्ट्रा है कि नहीं? कभी देखा विष्णु रास लीला कर रहे हैं, या विष्णु अपने दोस्तों के साथ कंधे पे कंधा? यहाँ तो कृष्ण के साथ उनके दोस्तों का युद्ध हो जाता है, और कुश्ती लड़ते हैं, और उनके दोस्त कृष्ण को हरा भी देते हैं। कभी देखा हनुमान जी राम के कंधे पे हाथ रख रहे हैं? कभी लक्ष्मण जी को देखा राम के कंधे पे हाथ रखते हुए? तो वो नहीं है वहां पे, लेकिन वो वृंदावन में है, गोलोक वृंदावन में कृष्ण के साथ है। तो ये लीला ऐसी अद्भुत है, ये लीला माधुरी है ना। तो रूप हो गया, लीलाएं हो गई, और एक गुण हो गया उनकी सुंदरता, और एक गुण है, हाँ, रूप माधुरी हो गया, लीला माधुरी हो गया, वेणु माधुरी हो गया, और भक्त माधुरी। भक्त माधुरी मतलब अपने भक्तों के साथ बड़ा घनिष्ठ संबंध है कृष्ण का। भगवान राम के भक्त हो या भगवान विष्णु के भक्त हो, नारायण, ये सब भगवान है, लेकिन इनके आदि कृष्ण है। राम कोई साधारण नहीं है, विष्णु कोई साधारण नहीं है, ये सब भगवान है, अपराध नहीं करना। लेकिन आप थोड़ा डिटेल जानना चाहते हो तो ये डिटेल बता रहे हैं। तो कृष्ण अपने भक्तों के साथ आदान प्रदान कैसे करते? कभी आप भगवान विष्णु को नहीं देखोगे ऐसा आदान प्रदान करते। तो ये 4 गुण भगवान कृष्ण में एक्स्ट्रा है। तो इसको और थोड़ा डिटेल में हमने एक दूसरे लेक्चर में समझाया, अभी हमारे पास समय नहीं है, संक्षिप्त में आपको बता दिया। एक लेक्चर और है, हमने मॉर्निंग भागवतम में दिया था, देखते हो भिजवा देते हैं। अध्यक्ष कृष्ण को वो लेक्चर था ना जिसमें हमने लिखा था ब्रह्मा 50 शिव 55, वो वाला लेक्चर में हमने इस बारे में बताया था, तो वो लेक्चर भी भेज सकते हैं। तो और भी बहुत सारी ऐसी लीलाएं हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे लॉजिकल प्रेजेंटेशन है जहां पे क्लियर होता है कि कृष्ण जो है वो अवतारी है, कृष्ण अवतार नहीं। और ब्रह्मा जी खुद बोलते हैं, शिव जी खुद बोलते हैं, तो कृष्ण अवतारी हैं, बाकी सब अवतार हैं। कृष्ण से सबसे पहले अवतार जो हुए वो है बलराम जी। बलराम से जो अवतार हुए वो हुए शंकरशन, शंकरशन, अनिरुद्ध, प्रद्युम्न और वासुदेव। फिर शंकरशन से हुए नारायण, भगवान नारायण। भगवान नारायण से हुए फिर शंकरशन, अनिरुद्ध, वासुदेव, प्रद्युम्न, ये दूसरा चक्रव्यूह। फिर यहाँ शंकरशन से हुए महाविष्णु। महाविष्णु से पूरा ब्रह्मांड, अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड निकलते हैं। फिर हर ब्रह्मांड में महाविष्णु से निकलते हैं गर्भोदक्षय विष्णु, हर ब्रह्मांड के गर्भ में जाते हैं। और फिर गर्भोदक्षय विष्णु से आते हैं शिरोदक्षय विष्णु, जो हमारे हृदय में परमात्मा के रूप में रहते हैं। लेकिन कहाँ से चालू हुआ? कृष्ण से चालू। ये तो भौतिक संसार में दिखाया जाता है कि कृष्ण विष्णु के अवतार है, कहीं भी शास्त्रों में वर्णन नहीं है। विष्णु के अवतार कृष्ण नहीं है, कृष्ण के अवतार विष्णु है। नहीं तो फिर कृष्ण में इतनी एक्स्ट्रा क्वालिटी होती, बाकी किसी में क्यों नहीं? देखिए बाल लीला किसी का नहीं है, कोई अवतार का नहीं। इवन राम भगवान का वाल्मीकि ने बाल लीला नहीं लिखा है। वाल्मीकि जी लिखते हैं चारों भाई प्रकट हुए और उसके बाद देखते हैं बड़े हो गए और विश्वामित्र आए थे लेने के लिए, तो क्यों बाल लीला नहीं? कृष्ण की तो बाल लीला ही फेमस है। कोई बच्चे को देख के कोई नहीं बोलता बाल राम, बाल नारायण, बाल विष्णु, बाल गोपाल। और दूसरा आपको बाल लीला मिलेगी भगवान चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, क्योंकि चैतन्य महाप्रभु ही कृष्ण है। कृष्ण स्वयं अवतार नहीं लेते, कृष्ण स्वयं आ जाते हैं चैतन्य महाप्रभु का रूप लेके। उनके बारे में फिर हमने सब इसीलिए बना के रखे। आप YouTube पे जाएंगे तो गौर लीला करके आपको एक सीरीज मिलेगी, उसमें चैतन्य महाप्रभु और चैतन्य तत्व को हमने क्लियर किया है कि क्या है, कौन है चैतन्य महाप्रभु, कैसे वो कृष्ण है। और उनकी लीलाएं देखोगे, बाल लीला सेम कृष्ण जैसी, वही नटखटपना, वही गोपियों के साथ वो खेलते थे, ये गांव की लड़कियों के सेम नटखटपना, सबको परेशान करते थे। हाँ? कभी आप देखे हो छोटे से विष्णु सबको परेशान कर रहे हैं, छोटे से नारायण नहीं। तो ये सब एक्स्ट्रा होता है, तो समझ जाइए, है ना। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
So my question is, I have Chandan Mala and I used to chant with it. So is it okay to chant with Chandan Mala or should I go with Tulsi Mala?
No, it's okay. Initially it's okay. Chandan is okay. Later we can take Tulsi. As of now, you keep chanting. Chanting is more important.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, any questions in the chat box? Otherwise, Maybe all devotees today want to go for Saturday parties, so we can leave them.
Yes, Prabhuji, there are two questions here. Tarun Prabhu is asking, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, हम संस्कृत में पढ़ना और बोलना कैसे सीख सकते हैं भगवद गीता?
पहले आप हिंदी में भगवत गीता समझिए अपनी नेटिव लैंग्वेज में, संस्कृत में क्यों सीखना है? आप बस श्लोक का उच्चारण करना सीखो। बहुत जल्दी हम श्लोक का हमने पूरा सीरीज बनाया है, एक एक चैप्टर करके वो भेज देंगे, आप उसको देख देख के सीख जाओगे। उसके लिए कोई बड़ा प्रैक्टिस नहीं, कहीं संस्कृत स्कूल जाने की जरूरत नहीं। संस्कृत सीखने में फंसो मत, भक्ति करो। संस्कृत इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, भक्ति इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, है ना। इसीलिए तो प्रभुपाद जी को उनके गुरु महाराज ने कहा कि इंग्लिश में प्रचार करो, अंग्रेजी में प्रचार करो। आज क्यों भगवत गीता को हमने संस्कृत में नहीं, सारे लैंग्वेजेस में रखा है? क्योंकि वॉट एवर इज इजी फॉर यू। चाइनीज आता है चाइनीज पढ़ो, उड़िया आता है उड़िया पढ़ो, रशियन आता है रशियन पढ़ो, तेलुगु आता है तेलुगु पढ़ो, तमिल आता है तमिल पढ़ो, हिंदी आता है हिंदी पढ़ो, इंग्लिश आता है, 100 से ज्यादा भाषाओं में, जो भाषा में आता है। भक्ति इंपॉर्टेंट है। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र वो तो एक ही लैंग्वेज में संस्कृत। श्लोक का उच्चारण करना है, वो धीरे धीरे आप सीख जाएंगे। इतना हमको जल्दी जल्दी नहीं करना चाहिए। जल्दी जल्दी करेंगे ना तो क्या होगा, एक पैर रखने के पहले दूसरा पैर जब उठा देंगे तो सर फट जाएगा, मुंह के बल गिरेंगे, है ना। गुरु के निर्देश अनुसार आप चलते रहिए। तो संस्कृत सीखने को छोड़ दीजिए, आप फोकस कीजिए श्लोक का रिसाइटेशन, वो भले हम सिखा देंगे, कोई बड़ा चीज नहीं है। वो आप बोलते रहेंगे, उसको इंग्लिश और हिंदी में बोलते रहेंगे तो सीख जाएंगे। और सुनने के लिए भी हम आपको लोग को श्लोका का हमने बनाया है सीरीज, तो आप लोग को मिलेगा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
Shweta Mataji is asking, Prabhuji, what is the meaning of Hare in Mahamantra?
हरे, हरे मीन्स श्रीमती राधा रानी, भगवान की शक्ति। तो हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र व्हेन वी आर चैंटिंग, तो हम भगवान से प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, हे कृष्ण, हे राम, हे हरा, हरा मतलब श्रीमती राधा रानी, हे राधा रानी, हे कृष्ण, आप मुझे अपनी सेवा में लगाइए। जप का अर्थ यही है, तो इसी भाव से अर्थ जप करना चाहिए। तो हरे मतलब राधा रानी। नेक्स्ट।
Few of them are asking in chat box that they also need Bhagavad Gita copies at their place.
जिसको भी भगवत गीता चाहिए प्लीज सेंड अ मैसेज टू एडमिन, एडमिन को भेज दीजिए। नहीं तो फिर आपको वो व्हाट्सएप नंबर भेजा गया था ना, उसमें भेज दीजिए। कौन सा लैंग्वेज है, आपका एड्रेस और आपका फोन नंबर आपको भेज दिया जाएगा, जो भी लैंग्वेज आपको चाहिए।
Darshan Prabhu is asking, can we start with one mala a
आपको
day?
आपको उर्दू लैंग्वेज चाहिए, उर्दू में मिल जाएगा। डिमांड है इसका, बहुत डिमांड है। यस प्रभु।
Darshan Prabhu is asking, can we start with one mala a day?
Yes, one mala a day and every 15 days, every Ekadashi. कल Ekadashi गया, every Ekadashi you increase one round. Next.
Ranjay Kumar Prabhu is asking, what is the meaning of mantra you speak in the beginning?
उसको मंगलाचरण बोलते हैं, जो हम शुरू में बोलते हैं मंगलाचरण है। उस अलग अलग मंत्रों का अलग अलग अर्थ है, तो उसको अलग से बताना पड़ेगा। भाई सिंपल है, आपको भेज देंगे, वो भगवत गीता में लिखा हुआ है। आपके पास भगवत गीता है ना रंजय प्रभु? तो खोलो भगवत गीता, देखो उसमें जहाँ पे भूमिका चालू हो रही है साहब, मंत्र वहां पे लिखे हुए हैं। मैं कुछ एक्स्ट्रा जब करता है, सब मंत्र है, सबका मीनिंग दिया हुआ है। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य वंदेहम श्री गुरु, ये सब मंत्र सब आप पढ़ेंगे भगवत गीता तो आपको सब मिल जाएगा। ओके, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sweta Mataji is asking, can we chant Rama Rama instead of Mahamantra?
See, if Krishna is telling to chant as Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then why you just chant Rama Rama? भक्ति किसकी करनी है? कृष्ण की करनी है ना। तो कृष्ण से तो पूछे ना, भाई सेवा आपको कृष्ण की करनी है तो कृष्ण से तो पूछे। मान लीजिए मैं आपके घर आता हूँ, आप मुझे अपने घर बुलाते हैं, मैं आता हूँ घर, तो आप पूछेंगे प्रभु जी प्रसाद में क्या लेंगे? तो अभी मान लीजिए कुछ चीज मुझे नहीं जमता हेल्थ के लिए, तो वो नहीं खाऊंगा, तो आप मुझसे पूछेंगे ना, क्योंकि आप मेरी सेवा करना चाहते हो तो आप मुझसे पूछेंगे, और मैं आपकी सेवा करना चाहता हूं तो मैं आपसे पूछूंगा कि आपको क्या अच्छा लगेगा। तो भगवान से पूछना चाहिए, और भगवान बोलते हैं हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र जप करो। उसमें राम भी आ जाता है, कृष्ण भी आ जाता है। तो वो ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल है। शिव जी पार्वती को बताते हैं कि 1000 विष्णु के नाम। हाँ रंजय जी, आपके प्रश्न का एक और लॉजिक देते हैं। विष्णु के 1000 नाम को क्या कहते हैं? विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम। तो 1000 नाम विष्णु के एक नाम राम के बराबर होता है। यानी एक बार राम बोल दिया तो 1000 नाम विष्णु के आपके जप हो गए। ये शिव जी बोल रहे हैं कैलकुलेशन। और 3000 विष्णु के नाम जप करना, एक बार कृष्ण बोलना, कृष्ण, तो 3 बार विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम आपका होगा। ये शिव जी बता रहे पार्वती को, मेरा लॉजिक नहीं। तो इसीलिए हरे कृष्ण मंत्र में कृष्ण और राम दोनों आते हैं। तो हमारे आचार्यों ने, भगवान ने, भगवान चैतन्य महाप्रभु, कृष्ण ने, सबने हरे कृष्ण मंत्र जप करने बोला है। तो फिर वो जप करेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा बेनिफिट होगा। राम राम में भी आपको बेनिफिट होगा, लेकिन ज्यादा जल्दी, ज्यादा फास्ट आप जाना चाहते हो आप राजधानी में जाना चाहते हो तो ठीक है, पैसेंजर में जाना चाहते हो तो भी ठीक है। तो भगवान बोल रहे हैं, इसलिए हमको हरे कृष्ण मंत्र जप करना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट।
This is last question in chat box. The second last. Vignesh Prabhu is asking, I have started bhakti and now I have also started chanting. But again, what can I do for Krishna? Which bhajan? Can you help me, Prabhuji, to grow in my bhakti?
Bhajans we should sing which are authorized. So as of now, you should focus on Hare Krishna mantra and read Bhagavad Gita and hear lectures. Gradually we'll tell you. Don't इधर उधर से उठाकर यूट्यूब से, पहले तो यूट्यूब पे जाना बंद कीजिए। जब तक जो लिंक दी नहीं जा रही है मत जाइए, क्योंकि बहुत सारे अप्रामाणिक वस्तुएं हैं। आपको लगेगा वो साधु है, वो भक्त है, तिलक ऐसा ही है, ड्रेस ऐसा ही है, लेकिन हो सकता है भक्त ना हो। और कृष्ण के भजन इधर उधर से मत सुनिए, वही भजन सुनने चाहिए जो हमारे आचार्यों ने गाए हैं। तो वो आपको धीरे धीरे सिखाए जाएंगे, है ना। ये नहीं कि हमने ये भजन अच्छा लगता है, वो भजन अच्छा लगता है, कौन गा रहा है, कौन लिखा है, अपने मन से लिख रहे हैं, उन भजनों को नहीं गाना चाहिए। जो भगवान का भक्त होता है, वो जो प्रार्थनाएं बोलते हैं, वो जो भजन लिखते हैं, उन्हीं को हमें गाना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट।
Aniket Prabhu is sharing his today's realization. Sir, today I told my full family to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. They were so surprised by the results. They thanked me, Guru Varya. They are also now gonna join for the next session by seeing just effect that happened with them. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Good. Hare Krishna.
We'll take questions from raised hands. Yes, Poonam Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
मेरा सवाल ये है कि
माता जी आपकी आवाज ब्रेक हो रही है।
एक्चुअली आपका आवाज कट रहा है ना, तो कुछ सुनाई नहीं दिया।
हेलो
तो मे बी।
हेलो, अभी आई?
हाँ।
मेरा प्रश्न ये है कि हमें कुछ लाइफ में
नहीं, आपका आवाज कट जा रहा है, प्रॉब्लम के बाद सब शून्य हो जा रहा है। आपकी लाइफ के लगता है प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो गई, इसलिए आवाज ही नहीं आ रही। तो आप लिख के भेज दीजिए, विल रिस्पॉन्ड टू इट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
हरे कृष्णा बापू जी।
हरे कृष्णा। यस प्रभु।
हेलो, हरे कृष्णा।
यस प्रभु, प्लीज गो ऑन।
प्रभु जी, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि जैसे मैं भगवत गीता रीड करना चाहता हूँ और मुझे भगवत गीता चाहिए भी, और जैसे घर वालों को मैंने ये बताया, पेरेंट्स को, तो उन्होंने कहा कि ये चीजें मतलब बुजुर्गों के लिए होती हैं और ऐसे, तो उनको कन्विंस करना कैसे?
तो आपके पिताजी का उम्र कितना है?
50।
तो वो तो बुजुर्ग हो गए, तो उनको बोलो आप भगवत गीता डेली पढ़ो। बोलना आप 1 घंटा गीता डेली पढ़ो। आप बुजुर्ग हो ना, मैं नहीं पढ़ूंगा, आप पढ़ो। वो पढ़ेंगे खुद ही, तो आपको पढ़ाना चालू कर देंगे। ये माँ बाप का जिम्मेदारी है। बच्चे को बचपन से 5 साल की उम्र से गुरुकुल भेजा जाता था, गीता पढ़ाया जाता था। तो आप अपने पिता को बोलिए कि पिताजी आप तो बुजुर्ग है ना, मैं तो बच्चा हूं, आप तो बुजुर्ग हो, पढ़ो। कौन बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति स्कूल जाता है? आप स्कूल कॉलेज कब जाते हो? बचपन में जाते हो ना, कि 50 साल की उम्र के बाद जाते हो? तो फिर भगवत गीता पढ़ने के लिए क्यों मैं वेट करूं बुजुर्ग बनने का, और मर गया तब तक तो क्या गारंटी है आप जीवित रहोगे, कल मृत्यु हो गया आपका तो।
जी, तो उनको प्रभु जी कैसे?
उनको पहले बोलिए कि पिताजी आप बुजुर्ग हैं, आप 1 घंटा गीता रोज पढ़िए, मैं आपके लिए मंगा रहा हूँ, पढ़ने दो उनको। और नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं फिर आप ये लॉजिक बताना कि देखिए जैसे हम स्कूल कॉलेज जवानी में पढ़ते हैं, जब हमारी बुद्धि ज्यादा स्ट्रांग होती है, काम करती है, तो वैसे ही भगवत गीता पढ़ना है। क्योंकि भगवत गीता पढ़ने से क्या होगा, आपका माइंड फोकस रहेगा, जो पढ़ाई में हेल्प करेगा, आपको जॉब में हेल्प करेगा, और गलत आदतों से बचोगे। नहीं तो बोलना अपने पिताजी को आजकल के लड़के क्या कर रहे हैं, शराब सिगरेट पीना, तो मैं भी वैसे ही बन जाऊं क्या। पहले उनको बोलो आप बुजुर्ग हो इसलिए मैं गीता मंगा रहा हूँ, आप पढ़िए, बोलिए कौन सा भाषण मंगाऊं। फिर दूसरा ये बोलो कि जैसे स्कूल कॉलेज हम जवानी में जाते हैं पढ़ते हैं, ऐसे हमको ये गीता पढ़नी चाहिए। तीसरा बेनिफिट बताओ कि गीता पढ़ने से मन शांत होता है, स्थिर होता है, वैसे फोकस्ड होता है, तो फिर आप क्या कर सकते हो, अच्छे से पढ़ाई कर सकते हो। ठीक है, और वो भगवत गीता पढ़ने को तैयार हो जाए तो तुरंत मंगा लीजिए, वो 1 दिन 2 दिन पढ़ेंगे, खुद ही आपको बोल देंगे हाँ हर्षित तुम भी पढ़ो, बहुत अच्छा है यार। नेक्स्ट।
धन्यवाद प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्ण।
Prabhuji, all questions are done.
Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So we'd like to thank Prabhuji for wonderfully explaining us Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter and 10th chapter by one time chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.